Good morning, good afternoon, and good day, folks. Allow me to welcome you to the final episode of Orpheus. I'm Vince. I am your host and storyteller for this campaign.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I play Mia.
Hi, I'm Caleb, and I'm playing Colette.
Hi, I'm Eli, and I'm playing Nakoa Ka'Uhane.
Hi, I'm Lev. I play Logan.
I'm Sergio, and I'm playing Lavinia.
I'm Zach, and I play Viv.
Now, please keep in mind that this actual play is intended for semi-mature audiences. It contains elements of supernatural horror, violence, adult language, sexual situations, substance abuse, and more. As always, viewer and listener discretion is advised. Music in this episode and most Mayday episodes is brought to you by Cryo Chamber and Epidemic Sound. For more information on Cryo Chamber, please visit cryochamber.bandcamp.com, and you can learn more about Epidemic Sound at epidemicsound.com. For those who may not know, the Black Project gaming crew and I have reunited to play through the Delta Green campaign, God's Teeth. We are releasing our sessions exclusively through the Mayday Patreon, which has gained a bunch of patrons since the release of our first episode. If you want access to our God's Teeth campaign, you can join the Mayday Roleplay Patreon for $2 a month, which will also get you access to our Discord server. But for $5 a month, just $3 more, you'll get exclusive access to the vast majority of our behind-the-screen content for games like Orpheus, Caleb's Vegas by Night, and Eli's upcoming Ghostfire series, which will run from October 19th to the 31st. You do not want to miss that one, trust me. For more information on the various tiers and what they'll get you, visit patreon.com/MaydayRP. As always, we want to thank all of our patrons for giving us the ability to keep creating and telling amazing stories together. We must extend a very special shout out to our operator tier patrons: Advanced Wars Sammy, Bimblewart, Brandon C, Cameron S, Jonathan M, Kirby's Double, Moira, OG Pan, and Ren. Thank you all so much for your continued support. Now, for better or worse, this episode is completely live. If you want to catch the VOD, though, you'll need to be a patron, so there's no better time to sign up than right now. If Patreon ain't really your thing, you're in luck. There are plenty other ways to support us, like subscribing to us on YouTube, following us on social media, liking and sharing these videos, and basically just spreading the gospel of Mayday however and wherever you can. So, as the kids say, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and click on that little bell to receive notifications. I saw that, Lev. You know you want to. Now,
Ding.
ding ding. With regard to future projects, I highly encourage you all to stick around to the end of the stream for a very special announcement regarding our next main campaign, which will air after Vegas by Night wraps. Trust me, it will be worth it. Now, with that, does anybody have anything they would like to announce? Sweet. So without further ado, let's begin.
Now you were late.
I was not expecting any of that, and I'm wounded personally. Now, it has been quite a bit since our last session, but when we last left Crucible 12, Cross lay dead at your feet, as did his crew. Lavinia, you managed to successfully rescue your niece Audrey, and for the most part, everyone kind of scattered to the four winds, while Mia, unfortunately, was picked up by local law enforcement as a result of, this massive shootout at this farmhouse outside of Chicago in Illinois.
Yeah.
With that being said, it's been 3 days since that assault on that farmhouse. You all have reunited in Colorado, specifically in the Denver area. A lot's changed. A lot's happened in the space of that 3 days. Amanda, you were able to easily explain yourself with the assistance of Matthew Gibson, your patron in the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the FBI Assistant Director who was looking into the attack on Orpheus. Thankfully, with his backing, with the information that you were able to provide, as well as the identification of Cross, it all went to corroborate your story. And as a result, you were eventually let go and were able to reunite with the Crucible and make your all's respective ways back to Colorado. For you, Lavinia, your niece was returned to her family. And I'm sure over the next few days, everyone was paying close attention to the news to see how this particular event would be reported to the public. And Lavinia, you learned that essentially a cover story was put in place. You knew the truth, but so much was explained, and probably a part of you felt pretty good that Cross's crimes were now being brought to light. Not just the kidnapping of your niece, but everything that had happened before, everything that led up to your death and to joining Orpheus and to where you are now. Essentially, the reports come out that this rogue NSA employee by the name of William Combs, who went by the name of Cross, was suspected of directing several illegal domestic surveillance operations, specifically those targeting projecting firms like Orpheus. While alive, Lavinia Aileen Dyer was an occasional consultant for the NSA who caught wind of Combs' activities and attempted to report them to both the NSA Inspector General and the FBI. Now, it was public record that Lavinia was killed during a prison fight, but the FBI was investigating the circumstances surrounding her death based on recently obtained information. Combs was paranoid and believed Lavinia had a stash of evidence to be used against him in the event of her untimely death, leading him to target her surviving family in an attempt to retrieve it, resulting in the kidnapping of Lavinia's niece. Combs was killed in a shootout with law enforcement, and the FBI is currently conducting an in-depth investigation into his activities, while the NSA Inspector General has directed a top-to-bottom review of all domestic operations. Everybody okay? I killed Eli. While the NSA Inspector General has directed a top-to-bottom review of all domestic operations, specifically those targeting projecting firms, including Orpheus. Now, you all make your way back to Colorado, and eventually Kate does get in touch with you, requesting you meet her in Colorado Springs. But when that is entirely up to you. She is on your schedule, and you all have the floor, as they speak. Everybody's dying on me.
I have one thing I want to do before we're back in Colorado, technically.
Okay, sure.
I think after Logan was extremely hurt after the events of the water tower and the house. So I think after they're done getting patched up at the hospital or wherever they kind of end up, they go back up to the water tower area. And just try to find that individual who they killed, and tries to sever their strand and kind of send them on.
That individual, I believe, was crushed by the water tower. I can't remember specifically.
Either that or there was an explosion because I screamed. I bansheed.
Oh, that's right. There was mines. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mines.
I think I set the mines off with.
That individual is not there. What happened to them is unknown, but considering how the nature of this man's death and what he was up to, you've got a pretty good guess that something came to Colette.
Okay. Then I think Logan just kind of does a slow lap of the area.
Yeah, law enforcement did a pretty good job of cleaning this up, but you can see this collapsed water tower. You can see the scorched earth where the mines were detonated. You can see the slightly darker dirt and mud where those men fell and bled out. The farmhouse. You can still see remains of crime scene tape hanging from trees now that the crime scene has been cleared. But it's quiet.
Logan will just kind of kneel down. I know you definitely would have killed all of us. You fully would have killed all of us. You really would have killed. You were a part of this. But that's a fucking terrible way to die. So I'm sorry for that. Good luck, wherever you are. I'm gonna leave.
Do you have any spite? Like one of the squares marked?
I have 2 little squares marked.
Mark down a box. Just get
Another
rid of
one? Oh, get rid of it.
No. Get rid of it. Yeah, clear a box.
Aw, cool.
Just because, you were so forgiving and nice towards a man who was trying very hard to kill all of you.
Yeah. This is the first time Logan's killed like a person, which is a big thing because, when you think about normal people, they don't kill people generally.
Sure.
So I think that's mostly what's weighing on Logan, is there was like that fear, the fear that kind of pushed them to say what they said to Colette.
Did you not kill anybody in any of the houses leading up to this? Like the drug lab raid? Next world?
Everyone
Nobody?
got out. No, I haven't killed a person. I've only killed, or like dealt
Dead
with
people.
spirits.
Yeah. Right on. Okay.
So I think Logan, that's where Logan's kind of discomfort with it comes, and the fear
That's
of
fair.
like what they thought was going to happen at the drug house that didn't happen happened here. And so I think it's just kind of mixing up all their feelings, and that's mostly why they went.
Totally fair. There you go.
I think Lavinia probably, follows their niece, Audrey, to wherever they go. If it's in places where Lavinia shouldn't be, she'll ghost and then, let her niece know that she's still kind of there. And she'll just probably go all the way back to Audrey's parents and where she's staying to make sure she's okay. And if any of the other members had spent more than a little while with her niece and Lavinia, they would notice that they have almost nothing in common in terms of physical attributes. And there's a very good chance that she's niece by name alone, in some kind of family, but not really family way. And I think she'll probably spend a couple of days, make sure the girl's okay, make sure she's back on her feet, make sure that her life isn't in some kind of mess, and solve whatever problems that she might have, whether it be jealous boyfriends or stuff like that. And then I think when she feels like Audrey's in a good place, she will manifest in her bedroom with her, and very in an ant-like way, kind of a loving way, kind of mention to her that I need to go and probably won't see you for a very long time, but there are a couple of Swiss bank accounts that I have been putting my hard-earned Orpheus dollars into, and she now has access to them should she ever need them, and that I will continue thinking and caring about her very much. And yeah.
How old is Audrey again? Refresh my memory.
She's like mid-20s.
Mid-20s? Okay. Thankfully, Audrey was unconscious for most of the fray, right? She had been sufficiently doped up, probably to make sure that she didn't, fight too hard when they were putting the vest on her, because, man, that would have been bad. But, so, there was a lot of gaps in her memory, but seeing you, and especially when you go and visit her that last time, she just kind of looks at you and what is it like?
It can be both hollow and exhilarating. It's a life that it's no life at all, but I don't think you need to worry yourself too much about it. My hope is that you have a nice, long, happy life.
Yeah, you and me both. Where are you going to go? I mean, you can come with us if you need a place. Like, you don't need to tell mom and dad, but I mean, if you need some place to call your own, I don't know, it feels really good seeing you again.
It's good seeing you too, but I don't think a home is what I need. I think when Orpheus fell, I didn't think I really had a purpose anymore, except to protect those around me and, well, you when I knew you were in trouble. But I think I have some ideas about a new purpose, a new thing I need to see through. Just know that I'll be happy, and I know that you will too.
What kind of car should I buy first?
A junk car. Don't waste your damn money on cars, and don't lease.
Oh, why are you such a buzzkill?
I just start showing her like old Toyota Camrys and stuff like that.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah. I love you, Lavinia.
You too, kid.
She'll hug you.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing y'all go your separate ways.
Yeah, I'll return to Colorado, connect with my friends, but I'm also connecting with Cade, and I'm, probably spearheading the charge of getting Orpheus 2.0 up and going.
Awesome. Yeah, leading up to that meeting with Kate, anybody else have anything they want to kind of knock out in the interim?
I think Colette would call the DEA
Okay.
and get that whole situation situated, because she's realizing, with everything going on, that she doesn't want to be a felon on top of a, ghost whisperer. So definitely wants to situate herself with the DEA agent that she was working with, and give him a call and see what has to be done about clearing that situation.
Yeah. So you call Joseph Hall, the special agent with the DEA, your handler for all intents and purposes, and he invites you out to lunch just outside of Denver. Little diner, nothing crazy. But a good kind of neutral location where you two can sit down and talk. So, what in the fuck happened in Chicago?
Hey, Joey. Joey, I can tell you a lot. I think, maybe, I don't know. I can tell you whatever you need to know now that it's over. I'm trying to close some doors in my life. Which artists say every 2 years, and then they open 6 more, and it's a cycle. So I'm starting a new cycle. I want to fuck up in other places. And so I know that you and I were going to do this whole big, huge drug bust thing, and I was going to become Columbo or Matlock or whoever. And I was going to knock down doors.
What are you,
and I was
80?
going to be a bad fucking bitch. But decided that maybe an addict shouldn't be near drugs, and I know that's a big realization for me to come to, but let me tell you about Chicago. Let me tell you about everything that went down. Let me tell you about this NSA creep. Let me tell you about my side of Orpheus. And then you and I can never talk again, unless you want to, Joey, you little freak.
A shit ton of people just overdose on pigment. Like a cult, a group, something. This is getting worse. I could use you, but I also respect your need to distance yourself, but promise me something. If you catch wind of anything, you just give me a call.
Sure, yeah, I'm always good for a conversation, but I set out thinking that my time with Orpheus was going to make me into something a little more, someone that does things, someone that they write papers about. But I've realized I don't actually like being the one breaking down the door or seeing what's on the other side of it. The first time I started with this thing, there was a long conversation about me being too soft for the job. And I didn't want to believe Nakoa then, but I definitely believe her now. And I hope, beyond all shadow of a doubt, for whatever is on the other side of what it is I've seen now, that those people find peace, and that, Joey, that you find out how that happened. But I don't think I can be a part of it. Now, I think you could. I'm going to get you in contact with the biggest girl boss in the Western world, and the 2.0 that they're building with my beautiful ex-ghost, who is really going to head up the program. And maybe you can find out together.
What's next for you then?
I'm thinking some high-level marketing coordination, people letting me sit in on board meetings and suggest things they will never allow me to actually do. I think I'm going to semi-retire, like a soft launch. I'm going to post a lot of vacation pics on my Instagram. I really have to have this very long conversation with someone I'm dreading, so that's going to take a year. And then past that, I'll draw.
All right. I personally, I think you're selling yourself a little bit short. Being soft people don't do what you did. Take stock of literally everything you've done since day one, even before you and I met. Don't sell yourself short, kid.
Soft people do what I did. And I'm done doing it. Thanks, Joey. You're sweet. You will be paying for this meal.
Yes, I understand this full well. Good luck to you.
You too. And I think that's the extent to which Colette works with the government past there.
Cool. Beautiful. I love it. It's a deal with the devil sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who else we got? I see gears turning, Amanda. What are you thinking?
Mia would like to, well, as soon as she's, out of jail, and,
Yeah.
she'll meet, where she's agreed to meet everybody at a certain time en route to, that she actually is going to do so, she's gonna call home, the one in New Mexico. And
okay.
she will, if they don't answer, or just a house phone and whatnot, she will leave a voicemail, but she's just gonna see if they pick up.
Yeah. Who are we calling? Anybody in particular? You calling?
I am just calling the house phone to look for either my mom or my dad and see if anyone picks up. And if not, I'll leave a voicemail.
Your dad answers.
Oh, Pa.
Mija.
Hi.
Where have you been? You don't call anymore?
I
You don't talk to me or your mother?
I didn't know you wanted to talk to me. It's been a while, but I'm in. I'm leaving Chicago, and I'm coming down. And I was thinking of doing a long trip, like a road trip to get out of work and all that, to just clear head. And I was thinking of coming down to Las Cruces, but I just wanted to know if I would be welcome first of all.
Of course you, Mia, of course you would. You're always welcome.
Thank you. Will you... I'm very glad you picked up for it. Will you be able to let Ma know and buffer that for me?
For you, anything.
I may also bring somebody. I think. I know. I know you. I've talked about someone in particular, but I may bring someone. Still kind of new, fresh and newish, but I really enjoy their company, and I think you will get along too. And Mia's gonna be like this is a horrible phone call. This is bad. This is like yelling at herself quietly while holding the phone.
They're more than welcome. Bring whoever, whenever. Just come see us.
Good news, they actually really like to shoot guns, so if you want, we can go shoot cans again. So
Right,
they'll definitely, and they're not vegan, so...
Oh, even better.
I thought that...
I'll lead that with your mother.
Yes, please, God, yes. Not vegan. But I'll call... Like, you can tell, like, the stress of now that this is actually going well. Like, I promise I'll call again very, like, soon, within days, with details. That I promise. So, I will let you know. I can't wait to see you. I just wanted to let you know that.
I can't wait to see you either, Mija. I love you.
Love you too. Tell Ma, Mom's not there though, right? Or is she? Is she at the house?
No, she's in the kitchen.
Oh, okay, yeah. You put Mom on the phone because if I hang up and don't speak, I'm gonna, okay. Just put Mom on the phone real quick.
And he does.
Mommy, hi.
Mia.
So, I didn't tell Dad this, but I did tell Dad that I'm coming up to see you. But yes, I'm coming up.
Oh,
soon.
You will grace us with your presence
finally.
Yes.
Yes.
How lucky are we?
Well, I might as well just tell you first. So I definitely had I got some injuries and stuff that I know. Are
you okay?
Yes. Just don't tell Dad I got shot recently. But
you got shot?
I should have said it better.
And you can hear in the background. She got shot.
I got shot?
What do you mean you got shot? And immediately begins rattling off questions in Spanish. Just rapid fire.
Yeah. Yes. No. See. No. Yes. She's just, if she's rap, like, I'm just gonna say yes and no to random while she
Yeah.
I'm also... I'm coming down. I'll bring someone I'm seeing who's not a vegan. I'll send you info. I love you. Click. Hang up. Oh, that was.
Yeah, the steady stream of Spanish indignation is just cut off mid conversation.
Like you can even see, like it'll be on the even bite.
Yeah, you got a chancla in your future. That's for sure.
I'm getting yelled at.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not liking that, but it's one of those like. I'll even send a photo of it in it's not that bad of like
the phone as soon as you send that photo, the phone immediately starts ringing again, and almost like without missing a beat, Mommy picks up again and just immediately launches into another tirade.
I'm gonna keep the phone on speaker, and I'm just going to be like, you know what? I know I'm in trouble. I'm just gonna. That's her right. I'm just gonna let her cuss me out, and say a bunch of other things that I'm like, lo siento, I'm sorry, lo siento.
Not a lot of cussing, more saying that you're a disappointment to Jesus, and you need to go back to church and make peace with God.
Jesus was with me. That's why I'm alive still. Did you ever think that Jesus was the reason that I'm not? Oh, that was probably not the thing to say.
Oh, immediately freaking! You thought it was bad before. My God, the hellfire comes and jeez.
If you know that shriveling, puckering experience that we all, I think a lot of us go through in life, where they're just like, you're just shrinking in, and even though Mia's...
She's not mad. She is disappointed.
That hurts. That still hurts. Because just like... but I'm still alive. If it helps, I'm not going to be in a job that requires me to be near guns anymore.
Well, thank God for something.
Yeah. Can
when
I?
Are you coming?
It's soon. I'll be there. My goal is to get there within a week, 2 weeks. It's just depending on how fast I can pack. Honestly, just to close up some final things with my previous job and whatnot.
Okay.
I will call you when I am on.
Shot.
I don't. It's too soon to choke, right? Okay. I'm sorry. Can I ask that you make carne asada when I come back? I'm just, if that's with some French fries too, that would be great.
I will make you carne asada. Yes.
Yes.
And I will pray for you because you need it.
You know what? Pray away. I'll take any of it at this point. I love you.
Quiet stream of Espanol once again.
I'll even go. I could even go to one mass Sunday.
So you will.
Oh,
that's an expect that. Oh, why didn't I ask? Because that's exactly what you're going to do.
Do I have to be awake through the whole thing? Okay, I'm sorry. No. I'm so sorry. Yes.
Shankla, you can see it in your mind's eye.
It's the quiet on the other. I'm like, oh.
Mommy?
Goodbye, Mia.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you more. Bye.
Hang up.
That sound you hear, audience, is the sound of dirt being shoveled out of Mia's own grave by her own hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking suicidal is what you are.
I've been delaying that phone call for a long time, and she was like, yeah, I really should have Nakoa talk for me. Always. Just always. And yeah.
Well, with that conversation out of the way, Koa, Viv, what are we doing?
I think before we head back to Colorado, I think the only thing Nakoa has on their mind is whether or not what we accomplished here in stopping Cross has altered the overall visions that they have been looking into since the beginning. Was Cross really the catalyst that set forth all of this other things in motion, and has it stopped in its path because we have brought some type of closure to it?
I won't even make you roll. When you take the time to just center yourself and think and project outward into the future, you thinking about Cross, thinking about the impact he had, thinking about what he may have been responsible for, and trying to get some fidelity on all of that. The visions come heavy. They come fast. You see bodies. You see just pale, sunken cheeks, bones exposed from, through thin, paper-thin skin. You see, and you recognize them. These are addicts. These are individuals who have not died well. And you see pigment, and you see these bodies congealing into one another and forming a mass, and you see it become as big as a mountain, and you see the specters climbing up this mountain of corpses towards something that you can't quite see in the sky, but this dark black and purple sky, unlike any sky you have seen, and there's something there. And at the top of this corpse pile, being clambered up by all these specters of every shape and size, some you've seen, some you've encountered, some you've fought, and some you haven't. At the very top is a chess piece, a bishop.
I think when Nakoa returns back from that vision and they dig through their pockets to find a cigarette, probably one of the last ones they have on them at this time, they just light it up and take a long drag, and as they exhale, that smoke comes and then kind of repurpose back into their gauze as they're kind of just waiting for the rest of the team to come back to the cars or where we were intending to meet before we trek back to Colorado. I think for them, as they contemplate that, I think that they know once they get back to Colorado what they kind of need to do and what they need to take care of. And this just becomes a solidification of what they have to do next. And then when people start showing up and stuff like that, Nicole just kind of just treats it like lightness and, just their general disposition. But the whole ride back to Colorado is just knowing that they have some things they need to take care of, and that's what they're going to have to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Viv. I think there's a little montage of Viv just trying to do normal, calm human things. There's like an outdoor brunch area that's swarming with people, and in the middle there's just them trying to get back into this mode of existence, and it's not working. But like different places like that, and then they eventually settle probably a few hours before this meeting happens, of waiting outside of the building, trying to see, because again, we don't have ghost phones, where, like, how they could possibly angle. Like, they don't know what they want to do, so it's a lot of figuring out who they want to talk to first and what they'd even say. They still feel like they betrayed the party because they did. So, it's a lot of flickering in and out, and public spaces, seeing trash cans fly across the space, and then being very embarrassed and upset about it. So,
there's some local news pieces about the flying trash cans that folks have reported, and some have caught on video camera. Some think it's a viral marketing campaign. Some think it's a local film student's project. But yeah, that's plenty of places in Colorado Springs for you to do that. So
Good.
Plenty of brunch places to haunt with a bunch of yuppie-ish types. So
Yeah.
love it.
And they just wait at the building for who shows up first.
Yeah. Eventually, maybe a day or two later, after you all have gotten back, you've had a chance to get settled, especially for those of you who live in Colorado, a chance to go home and collect yourselves and catch your breath. The building that Kate asks you to meet in is essentially it's a repurposed warehouse, kind of on the outskirts of downtown Colorado Springs. It's more of an industrial area by the tracks, but it hasn't been used in some time, but it's already started to be fixed up. There's some construction going on to try to modernize it, to bring in various network connectivity, Wi-Fi, just power to start with. And there's when you walk inside, there is a small conference area that's been set up with some of those panels that you can just move and set up that aren't permanent. And behind it is a plastic folding conference table and some folding chairs set around it, with a projector and a laptop, and Kate is there waiting for you.
Yeah.
Well, it's been an eventful few days for you all.
Logan stumbles in 3 minutes late. I'm so sorry. Fuck, I'm so sorry.
It seems like everything is just as it always was.
Yeah, you're fine.
I really tried this time. I really, really tried this time. 3 minutes is good for me.
Mia's gonna hold up a watch and be like, "That's actually a good record."
Yeah. I'm getting better. Sorry.
I'll give it to you.
Sorry. Keep going.
So we're starting back up. We've been able to secure some funding. The Orpheus funds were unfrozen. We were able to secure some of that to help our efforts here. But Orpheus is dead and gone. It's not coming back. We're going to do something different. And we're going to do it better. We've managed to find other survivors. We brought them on board. Mr. Green and Grace Ishida are on board. And I would like to know what your intentions are. Because this isn't over by a long shot, and I'm going to need people like you to get us through to the other side. Not literally, but to figure out what the fuck is going on, because it's getting worse.
Maybe you should tell us how you're gonna do things differently than just saying it's gonna be different.
Well, I'm not interested in taking corporate jobs and black bag jobs and snatch and grabs and using dead people to spy on the living. I want to find out why specters are coming through. I want to find out why so many of them are coming through. I want to find out why pigment is hitting the streets in numbers that we haven't seen since it became a thing. And I want to stop it, whatever it is. The ghost quakes are picking up. Half of a building came through in fucking Kansas.
I think it's worth letting everyone know that I have already told her in private that I am going to join up, and I've got a few plans of my own to assist in all this. I hope most of you are interested as well. I think we worked well together.
What are you gonna do, Vin? Are you going back to the field? Are you gonna be a CEO ghost? Are you running the IT department? What does that look like?
As much as you all like to joke, I don't think I'm really the leader type. I realize, I thought if all this talk about solving these problems, a little thought came to my mind of what if we could bring the fight to them?
Also, go through?
I have some theories that I'd like to test, and Kate has offered me some finances to build a team to look into crossing.
Oh,
Shit.
I was excited before, but I am so here for that.
I have to... We're in the very early stages of this, and if it works, there's no telling that we'd be able to come back. This is effectively could be a one-way mission.
I mean,
We think the shroud is thinning. It's why bigger and bigger objects are coming through from the other side, whatever is over there. I mean, it started with the specters. We're seeing them in more and more bigger and bigger groups. And they're grouping, which is something we haven't seen before. We've seen packs of the little ones, but we haven't seen large numbers of these things gathering and amassing like they have. So if it's thinning, that means there's got to be a way through.
You're
We have to
worried,
find
like,
it.
the walls are coming down, and you're going to go to the other side to see why that is?
Yeah. Because what happens when one of those buildings decides to drop in the middle of Denver, New York, LA?
Remember, this is
Ameri-
just one facet of our project moving forward. There's always what Kate mentioned, cleaning up the streets, doing things that need to get done here and now.
Like Pigment. I want to get answers on Pigment. Why is it able to let people see you? Why is it able to... Why does it result in hues? Why does it have the effect that it does? What are these pigment cults popping up? What purpose do they serve?
I think Logan sees the discomfort that Colette's under and kind of mirroring the first meeting. Just kind of goes and leans a hip on the table next to her, not necessarily like behind her or anything, but just kind of is close.
Colette leans in and sort of abandons any pretense of like the boundaries they used to have with the situation between them and Logan. Just kind of leans on them, goes, well, I talked to that guy in the DEA and it seemed like they were willing to work with you, Kate, so we may have connects on people who would be really vested in finding out who's slinging the pigment too. I know that we talked about not taking government contracts with whatever we are. Eurydice, I still think is the better name.
We've already started the branding. You win.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
fuck
beautiful. Okay, good. That'll be my first branding win with this whole bullshit. And I think he's a good man, even if you just took him and not the DEA he comes with. Because we should find out. We should.
I'm inclined to agree. Yeah. I can barely afford to pay any of you. Money is not... We're not that flush with cash. But we're doing this because it needs to be done. And... Look, if some of you aren't on board, I understand. You have done more than most. You have done more than any who have come before. So... Thank you. On behalf of literally everyone and everything. But there's more coming, and if you are on board, I think we'll be better for it. But if you need time to think about it, which I have zero doubt that you will, take a couple days, come see me.
I think Nakoa stands up and looks at everybody in the room, and then lastly at Kate, and tells them, I think this is a very good goal that you are looking towards, and I think it's something that needs to be done, and you have... you always have my help, but I don't think this is where I need to be at this time in this place. I've seen, I think, the path I gotta go, and I think that path is in finding Bishop, and you have so much infrastructure to build, and so much foundation that needs to be laid before that, and I'm not here to lay those foundations. I'm here to do something bigger than that, and I will help where I can, but I don't think I don't think it's here that I serve the greatest purpose in solving all of this. So, for now, I have to move on from Eurydice. But you will be able to find me always. And perhaps you should talk to Batu and see how she might be able to help this grow into the way that it needs to be.
She's bankrolling us.
I figured.
God bless.
Nice.
If you want to go after Bishop, that's one of our top priorities too. But I understand if you need to do this on your own. I respect that.
Well, I hope I don't have to do it on my own. I look at Vivian and Lavinia, but for now, I just can't help build the things that need to be built here first for you guys to be successful.
I mean, if you don't want to sign legal documents, you don't have to do that, but I think all roads lead to Bishop. I realize that. Kate realizes it. It's just going to take time to bring that down. We have to start at the bottom.
You let me worry about the infrastructure building. I need you all. I need you all out there, doing what you do. Not here helping me put up drywall. But I understand the hesitation. I don't think any of us fully understand the implications of any of this because it is such uncharted territory. Orpheus thought it knew more than it did, and it got it blown the fuck up. And it got a lot of people killed. We are not going to make the same mistake. We need to go in carefully, and we need to go in methodically.
Just how I like it.
I don't, but, that's probably good. I tend to
I've
move before thinking, so maybe a little bit
I've got
of
hotel
planning
rooms for
wouldn't
you
kill
all.
this.
Stay a couple days. Rest. You've certainly earned it. Take some time. And you know where I am. You know how to get a hold of me. I won't rush you. But we're on a bit of a clock.
We'll let you know in a few days.
All right. Koa, would you like me to get Batu down here?
I'll stay around for a bit, but I should be able to find my way back to Batu.
Okay. Well, I'll see y'all in a bit.
Yeah.
And with that, she stands up from the table, shakes the hands of those who will allow them to be shaken, and goes back to overseeing the construction in the building.
Well, shit, guys, you're really doing it, huh? You're gonna cross through where no one else has before. You're gonna do the whole space thing. You're touching the moon.
Guess so.
I always wanted to be a pioneer. And I feel like this is my opportunity.
Yeah, you always have enjoyed being places you weren't exactly invited to, so it makes sense for you, Vin. And, I mean, there's gotta be some scooters on the other side, right, Aaker?
There's probably some other, hopefully, other ghosts like me that it might be nice to have other people in similar situations.
Maybe we'll finally find ghost phones there.
Maybe we'll find ghost phones. Maybe we can. I don't know. Maybe there's a way to rehabilitate all of this. I don't know. There's shit out there, and there isn't much here.
Yeah,
Call
and
across the veil.
Kate's got a damn good point. Things are not slowing down, they're ramping up. Cross wasn't the end of this. It's just the start.
I know the Livy's got things to be careful for, but I like having y'all around.
Yeah.
I don't think we didn't notice you saying we there, Call.
Hmm?
You said we quite a bit when you were talking to Kate now.
I don't know, guys. I think that if you guys are going where you are, that you're going to a place that I'm not equipped to follow. There's a lot I haven't done here, and I feel like I just started really living again when all of this started, and I don't know, I'm scared, so I'm not gonna go. That's it, that's all of it, is I'm gonna let you guys do it. You all have so much more on the other side, to gain, to lose, to have, and I know you guys are getting fucking bored with this place, but I still think there's a lot here for me. But I have some ideas with Kate, and I don't want to leave you completely, so we'll have until you go through that door, right?
It's kind of
Whoever.
ironic. Those who are living have unfinished business.
That's very true.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Well, it felt a
What about you,
lot
Mia?
easier to die before you all happened, so.
God, that's a sentence, huh?
That's kind of sweet. You gotta go over and under, but this is sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mia?
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been quiet.
It's probably
Almost uncharacteristically so.
Yeah. Guys, let's be for real. I'm out of everyone here. I've always kind of been the weakest link, if you think about it. Because I'm a sleeper. It's like you got to build in. I never like the feeling. I don't think I can be a part. It felt so horrible that I couldn't help in the way that I could have. And let's be for real. Even though they're getting things up and running, sleepers it's gonna take time. And I think it's probably best that, because it is getting worse. It's getting worse. I'm having I don't know if I can do. I think Colette had it right. I don't think I can go as far as everybody, but damn it, I was so sure I was walking away until that. I really
Mia,
was.
You don't have to be so torn. You're alive, as are Colette and Logan. You have a lot to live for. It's fine. You have a wedding to plan. It's not a big deal.
Whoa. Yeah. But it's, yes. And
But you hauled a pack at least.
at least.
One at a time.
Fuck off.
I want to make this super clear that I don't want to feel like I'm abandoning or leaving.
You're tired.
It was never assumed that any of you were abandoning if you didn't decide to help. Our project is crazy.
But if you need me,
Freelance.
call me. And exactly, I would call me. Freelance all day. I will be very pissed off if I find out you needed me and did not call. But if ghosts need busting, do you know who to call?
Who you gonna call?
That's what Mia will do a little bit, just a goddamn right.
There's one thing we know about you.
We got to get this out before we have an HR department, so
Yeah.
we got a few days.
Hey, maybe I could be HR. I'd be great at that.
Yeah?
You?
Be a very
Honest-
fair and balanced HR, yes.
Yeah?
Will. So, question: if you're a part of HR, what's the company relationship policy?
Anybody can fuck anybody as
That's
long as they do it
okay. Here's
quietly,
where
respectfully,
I
and
hate
with
it.
consent.
Maybe.
Quietly, respectfully, with consent.
Logan takes a lap.
What do you guys plan? What are you guys doing for the next couple of days? Because I'm gonna be, since we got a free hotel, I'm gonna stick around for a little bit, but I'm gonna go on like a little road trip, but just to clear my head, get out for a little bit. What is everyone else doing?
I'm retiring, so I don't have a lot on my plate. I've got a meeting with Kate to discuss some things, but past that, not a whole lot. I'd be down for a road trip.
I was going to set a bike on fire and see if it turned into a ghost. So, after that, I'm free.
I need to
Do
go.
you need help with that part?
Probably.
Logan?
I need to go see my mom and my dad and my brothers, because the last they heard, we were wanted by the FBI.
Be sure to call them. Be sure to call them. I made the
No, I'm
mistake of
just
not
gonna
calling
go.
my mother about that
I'm
shit.
just gonna go. I'm just gonna
No,
go to
I
Estes.
would-
It's not far. It's not far. I'll just go to Estes, and they'll give me a bunch of shit. I'll see my nieces and nephews. That'll be good. That's what I'm really going for, is them. And then all the, like, trouble I'm gonna be in after that will suck. And Logan's got, like, stitches, like, up their arm and, like, across their cheek. So I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble. But, the glorious thing about being a grown-up is I can leave when I want to. But also, calling myself a grown-up really wasn't the best
Yeah.
way to say that, huh?
Yeah.
No, I've heard
Wow.
it's normal.
Fuck off.
It's. You're getting there.
I'm gonna go see them, and then if you're still around, and you want friends for a road trip. If you're asking for friends on a road trip, I'll go on a road trip with you.
Well, I did.
But if you're mostly thinking about just getting to an Airstream and making out with your almost wife,
Well,
I may
you haven't
pass.
seen the Airstream I've had, because let's be for real, Nakoa knows, because I've been trying to win the lottery for years now, but I have been saving up quite a bit, and I just went and did a stupid thing and bought a brand new Airstreamer. It is actually really nice. So I'm gonna go enjoy life for a bit.
if
Okay.
the Airstream is rocking, don't come a knocking though, right?
Never
Oh,
doubt
absolutely.
a lesbian and their draw to a good trailer. It's just
Oh.
like flies to shit. It's
There's
incredible
compartments
shit.
everywhere. You got it. The storage. Oh, it's everywhere.
That does sound rad.
Oh. Can't
Okay,
wait to pick this Yosemite.
So we've got some full-timers, some freelancers, and an Airstream is where we left off.
Yeah.
there is
okay.
Wi-Fi there, so I can work remotely.
Okay.
And you figure it'll be a long time before you guys actually have to go through that door, right? We
Exactly.
got some building
You're not gonna
months,
go next week.
years, decades.
I don't think it'll be a one-way shot. I think they're just telling us that so they don't feel bad if something worse happens.
Liability and all that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, can you get deader?
Yes.
We're gonna
Just
find
a
out.
little bit. Actually. Like if I could assign a point to it, maybe one more away. But
Well, then we should avoid that where we can.
I'm gonna run right into it. See what happens.
Can you take a GoPro with you at the same time? Maybe it'll record something.
You want me to
Live
live
stream
stream running into hell?
Honestly, why not?
I've been working on modifying a Carillion camera for that. exact
Knew it. I knew this
Go
one
live on
would.
Twitch.
Oh,
Okay,
Live
we'll
on
do that.
Twitch,
It'll be
running
like
into hell.
Stargate.
SG1 or Atlantis?
Your favorite.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, we have been going at it for just over an hour. Do we want to take a quick 5-minute break?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
All
let's do
right.
that.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick 5-minute break. We will be back shortly, folks. We're back. Hello. So with that, we have wrapped our meeting with Kate. Kate has given everybody quite a bit to think about the future of Eurydice, the Orpheus successor, and the role that you all will play in it, as Cross was not the end of the problems plaguing the living world or what's to come. So yeah, you have a few days to think about it. And the time is yours, whatever you all want to do. So we'll start with Viv. Viv, what are you up to? What are you gonna do during this time?
Okay, I've got a few things I want to do.
Beautiful.
The first thing, if we have just like general downtime, is I want to find Logan and Colette. I assume they're together.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Okay.
We're either together because we had a conversation, or apart because we had a conversation,
or apart because we haven't had a conversation.
We could conceivably be directly next to each other, or the furthest possible direction.
Schrodinger's. If you call us together, we'll probably come.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What? Not the way I meant it.
What?
Or was it?
This is a family show.
Is it? Since when?
Show in existence.
Yeah,
that's fucking HR in motion. You call us, we come.
You raise a great point. I think since a lot will probably hinge on what happens with these two.
I'm down to go after.
We should probably get around to this conversation between Logan and Colette. So I'm gonna put you two on the spot. Let's get some drama going.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna let you cook. So
let us cook.
What do you do?
Where does this happen?
I feel like after seeing Colette's like discomfort with the whole conversation, Logan might not like follow her, but just like kind of catch her on the way out and be like, "Hey."
So like in the Eurydice showers.
yeah, we're just casually in the Eurydice showers, fully clothed. No, I think just like again outside of a warehouse or a hotel, in the parking lot, as I tend to do. I think Logan kind of will like catch her arm and go, this is only a conversation about what just happened, not anything else. I just wanted to make sure you're okay.
Yeah, I'm doing good. You know, you can stop acting like you like stabbed me in the street or something, right? I don't think anybody's gonna arrest you for what you did. But I'm good. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that this is where it's going. I feel like, I don't know, I walked into that room not realizing that they had all come up with this plan in 3 days.
Yeah, that was fast.
Which makes sense, I guess. Vin is the type of person to take a business call 5 seconds after watching people explode.
That's true.
But I don't know, it just feels so final out of nowhere all of a sudden, and, you know, I'm starting to realize I don't even fucking, like, know you people. Like, we've known each other for what? Like, altogether, no amount of time, and now...
Oh, we've known each other for, like, a year.
Yeah.
We've known Koa for, like, a year.
Yeah.
Which I realize in the grand scheme of things is, again, very small. But...
Yeah. And it's all now expiration dated, even more so than it already was.
What do you mean?
I don't know, there's a small grief in knowing that people are moving away. It's that feeling when you hear that someone got a great new promotion and they're moving states, you know? Only they're all moving into the fucking afterlife, you know? And it feels weird because, I don't know, part of me does want to see what that's like. Another part of me wants to see what they're like on the other side and just be with these people I feel like I've seen so much with. And the other part of me tells me that that's just the trauma bond shaking loose. I don't know. It's just going to be weird. It's going to be a weird year.
It's like you said. It's harder to survive now that we've all found each other?
Yeah, it's...
Or easier to want to survive? I don't remember what you said. It was very true, whichever way you said it.
I'm glad it hit you so hard.
It did. Just because I can't remember the order doesn't mean that it didn't hit me.
It is harder to want to die since I met you, Logan. That's what I said.
I mean, same here.
Listen, I know
if that wasn't clear.
Yeah, it's clear. It's clear. I know we're stepping over this thing. And I get that that's your style. I want you to know that it's not my shit.
What are we stepping over then? Tell me explicitly what we're stepping over.
I think that we're in love with each other, and we don't know what to do with that. And it's really early days, and we are saying all sorts of shit that goes in every direction, and I think it's rubbing wrong, and then right, and then really right, and then really wrong. And I don't know which to stick with, and that's sort of the story of my life.
Yeah.
The last time that I felt this way for somebody like this, it was really, really bad for me. And then I met Vin, and that felt good for a while, and then, again, bad. And so I'd be lying if I said there wasn't some level of trepidation in saying that I'm feeling this, because I'm really scared of just screwing it up, and having you screw it up, and having the world screw it up, and having Bishop screw it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do. I love you. I felt it when you said it first, and I feel it now, and it's way too early to be saying things like that. And I'm almost positive my therapist would agree it's the trauma bond, but...
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's totally the trauma bond.
Well, I'm glad...
I think I said it because of the trauma bond.
I'm glad we have a delusion to share in, because it's a nice one.
It's not a delusion. I don't think that's ever going to go away.
No?
No, I haven't felt this before. And I realize that worlds that goes away for people. I don't know if there's a world where it does for me, though. And that doesn't mean that anything has to be anything else. I wanted to tell you before I went off to the fucking water tower or whatever. I wanted to say that it didn't have to be anything other than a fact. Because I don't know, you are kind of the heart of us, and you matter in more ways than I think you let yourself. And I wanted you to know that you are more than what you think you are, at least to me.
I think we need to do this, Logan. I think we need to try this. And I just can't go another day trying to convince myself it's not going to work out. And I think that Colette moves really quick, and kisses are hard, fast.
Logan is back. It was full in on it. And then kind of pulls back and is like, okay, you're not doing this because I said it in a really fucked up moment, and then you're not doing this because you feel like you're gonna lose it. You're
gonna lose it.
Okay, I kiss her again.
I think there's a lot of passion there and love, and they do go freak crazy nasty for a second.
Yeah. In a
But
parking
then-
lot.
Yeah. It probably, because of Colette, gets a little more inappropriate than it should for just half a second, then pulls back. Colette does stop and then gets very seriously sullen, silent for a moment, says, "There is major caveat, though.
Yeah, what?
I don't do long distance.
Okay.
So if you're planning on taking any major trips in the next year, maybe with your friends to another world, that's where it ends.
No,
I live
If you-
here, and I'm gonna live here. So,
if you're in this world, I'm in this world.
okay, good. And then
Yeah.
back to it.
Yeah. I think
soft goods. I
at
got.
some-
Oh,
at some point, Logan's like, we should go inside.
oh,
Inside?
fully walked in on
Why?
that. Walked out.
Oh,
Should-
hi.
Should I? I can
Were you
go.
watching
I
the
can
whole
go.
time? You know you have to ask for that, Viv.
I can go through walls if you need me to. I'll be in a wall.
No. You're fine. You're fine. What's? Are you good?
Hmm. Are y'all good? Oxygen wise, or
I'm a
Mia's
little
gonna come
lightheaded, but
in.
I'll.
Mia's gonna, Viv, there you are. What's going on? Just kidding.
Oh, it's a family party.
I had a
Every-
favor to ask Colette, but I didn't
Logan,
want to
like-
get in the way of the afternoon.
I got a
Logan-
favor? Yeah, what's up? We were just
Hides behind
consummating some things.
Sure.
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Wow.
I got a backpack for that.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Inappropriate.
Wow.
How
You
can
were groping me in a parking lot.
I...
Wow.
As head of HR,
Nope.
how can I assist you?
You're so
Viv?
cute.
I was gonna ask you to reach out to someone for me.
Oh, ghost phone situation?
Now I'm thinking dirty because I'm seeing dirty, but what do you mean?
Like I am the ghost phone. I put the
Phone. Okay. Yeah. No.
What
I
did
heard
you think I
ghost.
said?
I heard ghost bone. Anyway.
Mia's
I
gonna
mean-
cackle, walk away out of the parking lot, look for Nakoa, and tell him what just happened.
I would love to call somebody for you. Do I get to know who and why and what and where and all the greasy details?
Yeah, that's fine. It's just Ajax is my. And just points you two.
No, you gotta say the word. We don't know what that means.
Yeah.
That's my partner,
Okay.
former.
They said it.
Hey.
Logan's gone full couple immediately and has like
Yeah.
her arms wrapped around Colette's waist from behind and like her chin propped on her shoulder.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, if there was any doubt, Colette and Logan do instantly become the worst couples at a
Yes.
theme park.
Yeah,
at all
absolutely.
times.
I see this. I see this happening. It's alarming. But okay. Yeah. I don't know when this is all gonna kick up, so I just wanted to hit them with the last couple of things. I didn't know that y'all were U-hauling today. I would have waited with the somber shit.
We
But-
didn't know either.
No.
It was like a 50-50 shot. So
Okay.
Yeah. It was
It
really
went
supposed
to-
to be like a check-in about what just happened, and then it just kind of snowballed, you know?
it
Spiral.
went
Okay.
good 50.
Yeah, good 50.
Yeah, I'd love to meet Ajax. I mean, were you guys close? How long were you guys dating? Is this like a fresh thing and then you, or
No. We were like together for a while, many years. The apartment that I guess y'all don't really the parking garage that I stay in is for the apartment, our apartment that we used to live in, and there's a whole. I just want you to ask them to set up an altar again, and
okay.
Do they know you're still around?
no, not well. It's been a while. It's been a good while, and I don't want to get them all excited about trying to contact me or look for me. It's done, especially if I'm going into hell or whatever. But I just want them to keep it there. Somebody ruined the altar a while ago, and
Is that somebody you?
No. Well,
Okay.
yes, but not me.
Oh, shitty you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And I'd feel better if they had that.
Is there anything else you want me to tell them?
I mean, just that, like, I love them a lot, and I miss them a lot. Oh, don't tell them that, because that's gonna put them on something. Just, I love them a lot, and that I want them to do whatever they want to do without me. That what I want for them is what they want for themselves.
So you miss them a lot?
Yeah.
Why don't you reach out?
Maybe before I could have, but I don't want them to ask how it's been, and then I have to tell them how it's been. I'm not good at lying to them, and if I tell them the truth, they'll be worried, and I hate that.
Okay.
It's just...
Well, I'm not going to push the issue, but if I could speak as an Ajax, I can't imagine a world where I wouldn't want to know.
A little extra time is better than none ever.
Okay. I'll go with you, and we'll see.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, even if you get like nervous or anything, you could just like play ghost, act like they can't even like hear you or see you or anything like that. The message isn't getting through. You could be spooky in the background.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I think Colette will take down the information for Ajax and make communication, send out first this long drawn out text because it's the 2020s and no one just calls strangers now. Introducing myself, saying that I'm a medium that works with the former ORPHEUS project, and I feel as though I have some connection to a past partner of theirs. I only know them in a cursory way, but they asked to send a message in their direction. There was an altar in their name, a shrine in their name that was destroyed, and they think it was in connection to Ajax in some way, and they'd love to see that shrine reenacted for their memory. And if they'd like to get in contact and work with this, I'd love to meet up with them and discuss some of the details from what I learned from that communication and assist them in creating the shrine to their specifications.
Zach, was Ajax a believer?
Yes.
Okay. Like all in?
Yeah, I think they'd be all in. The only reason why they don't like fuck with ghosts outright is really just because they're like too busy. But I think that their mind is fully open to the idea.
Okay. And then how do you think they would react to this text?
Skepticism. And I think Viv has to give some like inside jokes that only they've shared that don't make any sense.
Okay.
Just to be like, just so they know it's me.
Yep.
I like to
We
think
will-
Colette ends her conversation with like skibbity toilet and like
Yeah.
random
Yeah.
ass, like memes.
Yeah. Also, they
Not
said 2 days
skibbity
time.
toilet.
2 days time.
God damn it. We will come back to that.
Okay.
We will. Lavinia, what's on your agenda?
I think that Lavinia will join in this supposed road trip, but I do think at a certain point, she'll pull Logan and Colette to the side and just kind of give them the approval,
Okay.
Wish them both luck, and hope that they love just as hard as they live. You know, just kind of really be
Live, laugh, love.
yeah, obnoxiously like normal for a minute, and just kind of let them know that she's happy for them.
Love it.
Yeah,
But
At a
otherwise,
certain-
all I was going to say is that otherwise she's just kind of obsessed with this project and really spends most of her time trying to further it along as much as she can.
Yeah. You actually meet with Kate during this downtime because Kate already knows you're on board. She doesn't need to wait for your answer. She's like, "Yeah, I can send you with a team out to Kansas. We've got a couple skimmers on board, a couple of spirits. If you're okay being in charge of a group."
Yeah, I can make that work. And this is, we believe there's a thin veil there.
Judging by the size of what came through, yeah. The only thing I'm worried about is the opposition you can run into. I mean, these things tend to attract specters. I mean, you remember what happened last time.
Are there techniques that we can practice or employ to better hide ourselves? Something.
Embrace the dark side?
Well, being a Hugh, I don't really have that alter ego that everyone else is having to deal with, so I don't know, maybe in a way I'll be more protected.
It's actually a good point. Do you think we should round up, or at least try to recruit some other Hughs?
I think now that we're realizing it, yes, yeah.
Okay. You think Colette would be on board as a recruiter?
As a recruiter, yeah, I think she needs the work, and as much as she says she's free of all of this, I don't think you ever really can fully be free of it.
No. We can't afford to lose everybody's expertise. Okay.
Let them be freelancers or whatever it is they want to categorize themselves, but when the time comes, they'll come answering. I know them.
All right. Okay, I'll see if I can see if we've got a couple Hughs on the staff already. I'll see if I can get some more. I don't want you going with too little support, just in case you encounter any resistance.
Kate, I want to thank you. These last few months, I was feeling kind of purposeless, and well, I don't feel that anymore. And I appreciate you trusting me.
Can't afford not to, but you've let me tell you, you've done a lot to earn that trust.
I hope I continue to.
All right, I'll get to work and I'll keep you posted, okay?
I'll see you then.
Koa, what you got?
I guess conversations to have. I think with both our living and our dead. Maybe first the ghosts. Maybe we have an opportunity before we part in various directions to spend a night like we always do together. Maybe by the pool, like Nakoa likes to spend their time, and just
love it.
Have a moment. And Nakoa's always, smoking a cigarette, just enjoying the evening. And it's just nice for those couple of seconds before getting into it. But so this is I guess this is it for us, going different ways.
It doesn't feel like it. I mean, a little, but well, you are doing Eurydice, I'm doing Eurydice, and you're kind of also doing it, but as a freelancer. Consultant.
Yeah, if the path returns back, but I just feel that I better serve my purpose elsewhere. I think there's some things that better questions that need to be answered, that spending time here with Eurydice might be better.
Change is part of the world. I think even in death, we can't be surprised by it. I'm happy that I'll at least have one ally, and I look to Viv in all of this, but I know that regardless of what happens to all of us moving forward, living or dead, we've shared a very special time, and we've done good, and that's more than I think most people can say.
It's very true.
It was nice being dead with you all.
And I would do it again in any lifetime.
I agree. And if we do find why all of this is happening on the other side, we'll clue you in. Of course.
Please. I don't think I'm ready to see what's on the other side. I think it's more here first before the beyond. And who knows, maybe you all can join me on this side first before, going on. There's I think a lot more to figure out beforehand.
Happily so. At least for me.
I'm grateful you both found some purpose. I think that was my biggest concern from the first time I met you, was that you both believed that when life was done, that there was nothing more for you. And that you couldn't find the real truth behind being what we are, which is that when we shed our tethers, that we are truly free to find what we really need to do.
I realize now it all just, living or dead, feels like one big, long, strange dream. And might as well enjoy it.
Exactly.
Look, I know that you don't want to do this thing, but fact of the matter is, I very much was not planning on being here at all. Here in the royal sense at all. And part of why that's even true is because of you. We're gonna run into a lot more people like us, alive and dead, that are on the edge. And I can't think of any other two people that I would like to stop. I think you make a very good leader. I think both of you do. And I think it would be really cool and inspiring to help other folks like us, like me, like us, in that way. Here or in hell. I don't care. Wherever. I don't know. That's enough.
I think you are just as capable to do that, given how far you've come. And I hope you two can also shed those kinds of lights to others. I mean, Viv, if you're not quite ready to part ways, you could always come with me for a little bit.
I wouldn't feel bad if you did that. I know that this is a lonely journey that I'm undertaking.
Yeah, come with me.
Yeah?
Yeah, come with me. For as long as you want. And when the time feels right, come back here.
Okay. Well then, Liv, you let me know before you go into hell. Don't run in and call me afterwards. I don't want to get any, scratchy radio signals. I don't want any of that shit. It's going to stress me out. Just let me know before you go. Normal. Send a normal person with a normal shape to tell me before you go, and I'll go with you.
I think everyone will know before I go.
Excellent. Then let's do it.
I think before we part ways, I think it's either a hug or just a holding each other's hands just for a moment, just to
Maybe
enjoy.
we all share your cigarette.
Yeah, I'll pass it along. Yeah,
So long.
maybe the whole.
Obnoxiously long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but just have those like last kind of lingering moments before I guess Viv and I head out onto it. But at least for Nakoa, there's still a couple conversations to kind of be had with Logan and maybe Colette, even if they're lurking about the hotel room. Maybe start with Mia, since I know for a long time we've been trying to connect, but there was never the right time, especially for the living, who had to jump through far bigger hoops than we did, but probably sitting out in the parking lot together.
It's nice, right? Look at the new... Like, I'm just gonna show my Airstream like a proud lesbian who's just like... So...
I mean, it's got a lot of compartments.
I mean, it's not like I had a lot of stuff at the apartment anyways. I just, took what I want, sold what I could. But look at it. It's like, with like it's a queen size bed in there. Now, it may not mean much to you, but it means a lot to me. But check this out. It has solar. It has like a filter. And look at that full shower. No problems.
Yeah, I'm glad you're putting in the investment for what's next for you.
Yes. If because it did, I won't lie, I'm not really that impulsive when it comes to these kind of purchases.
You impulsive?
I know.
I couldn't imagine it.
But if you ever impulsively ever get your lotto ticket numbers and you never want to share them my way, to help me out of my impulsive debt, I would not say no to that.
I mean, it's funny that you kind of say that, and Nakoa's actually manifested in this moment, and they dig through their pocket and they hand Mia a folded piece of paper, and there's two things written on that paper. One is a string of lottery numbers, and the other one is an address to somewhere on the island of Kauai.
Ooh. Wait, first off, is this real or is this going to be a mean prank? Because I will respect you if it is the second one, but I will love you if it's the first one. I just wanted to throw that out there. But
I don't know maybe when the next time I'm going to have an opportunity to see you, but it seems that you're very much prepared to go live a life, and I'm very looking forward to knowing what that life is, but it seems to be with good intention, and I would be a terrible friend for someone who has spent so much time with me, who has treated me so well and so kind, to not give one bit of parting gift to you and your future.
Oh my God, don't sound like you're dying.
I'm already dead, Mia.
Exactly, so chill out. I'm gonna put my arm, if we're all sitting on a bench, I'm just gonna like nudge, even if I go through you a little bit, I'm gonna still
I'm manifested, so it's all body.
Right.
I just want to invest in your future in the way that you held presence for me during our time in Orpheus.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing there, and I point to the address on the paper, is if you ever find your way to where I'm from, to where I'm home, maybe stop by here to this, it's a farm. I'd love for somebody to realize the small dream I've had since I've died. And my dream has always been to make sure that the people I love most, that I had to leave behind, could keep some small bit of what they had for them. And it was this little farm that I grew up on. And someone should see what it became, or what I hoped it became, with all the money that Orpheus threw at me along the way. And I think you're the right person to see the good work that I was able to finish or do while I've been gone.
lift the paper up, and I'm like, seriously, well, if these numbers are accurate, I promise you that you don't have to worry about, like, at the people at this address.
Thank you.
So, I got you, of course. And also, I want to see. I can't wait to see it. And I'm gonna actually take that and put it like direct. I'm gonna put it in my wallet, so it like immediately does not go anywhere. I'm gonna put it in there, like right behind some money, so it's right there. I'm gonna be. That's definitely. I will be sure to do that sooner rather than later. I do have. I do want to say that you have done other things that were also just as great, besides what is there in your living life. And I'm going to motion towards the empty parking lots in a way, besides my streamer. But if any of the other stragglers are there, I'm going to be like, this is it. The fact that we even got this far would not have happened without you and your foresight. I know it's been wearing on you more and more because we've asked more and more of you. So, whenever feel like you are getting a little lost in that spite sauce or anything like that, hey, look at me. You call me. You don't call me. You come see me. All right?
Yeah, of course.
Listen. You family. And whether you are living, breathing, like the two lesbians that are making out over there.
Oh, yeah.
Family, yeah, for sure.
Dead, doesn't matter corporeal or non-corporeal, you still your family, all right? So
yeah, I'll stay in touch. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
Duh, because we're about to go. I apparently, is everybody coming on the road trip? I didn't mean for that, but I'm totally down for it. I love it, but I do have to. I just didn't want to make sure that I didn't want to. Like, is it going to be like a year thing, or is it going to be like just like a weekend thing, and everybody's going to go do it? You know what I mean? I kind of
totally. Okay. I think Viv and I have somewhere else to be, so I don't think we're joining you on the road trip. But
I can drop you off if you want.
But when you have Batu, we could travel in style.
Shoot. Well, then I think we should have like maybe one last bonfire dinner. I don't know. I feel like we should just like maybe one last before. Yeah. Don't.
I'm not leaving today.
Thank God.
When we're all ready to, when the time is right, that's when we'll be able to move on.
Okay. Ooh.
And I think
doing good?
Yeah. Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
Nothing.
I just wanted to double check in with you.
Yeah, I'll always be fine. I always
have
to...
you are.
Yeah.
I'll just...
I think with that, Nakoa and Mia just have an opportunity to just spend time and hang out and catch up and do what we normally do. I'm sorry, I know I take it like tons of time.
No, do it. This is fun. This is good. Keep going.
Yeah. It's your last chance.
Colette.
I'm here.
Yeah. Maybe we're sharing a cigarette together like we normally do.
Yeah.
So what's next for you?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I think I'm gonna stick around for a little bit. I have this crazy plan I have to run by Kate. And I'd be lying if I didn't want to keep an eye on Vin and everything that's happening around here, but God, I don't know. I think the best part is I have no fucking clue what's happening next. I think that for the last, however long this has been, feels like years, I've always known what the next step was, and it was always a really tough one to take. So I think I'm going to do the opposite of what you're doing, and I'm going to let the world happen to me for a while.
I think that's the right way to do it. Instead of knowing what the next steps are, just allow it to lead you along.
Well, that's always been your curse, right? Nobody knows the kind of burden knowing the future bears on a person.
A bit. But I think that someone has to do it. And I don't mind it. I think it's been able to connect with those around me a lot better when I'm able to know the path. So, and to be able to connect with the past as well, to look behind, to have kind of eyes in both directions.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something that I've been thinking about for a while, but there hasn't been really an opportunity to talk about it.
Oh my god, I'm scared. You're not gonna guess my weight or tell me how I die, right?
No.
Okay, cool.
Those are for the universe to have. I want to apologize to you.
Why?
Do you remember Christopher?
Yeah. How can I forget?
There was a moment where I think we found ourselves at odds with how we wanted to approach something. And I felt like I reprimanded you for putting focus away from Christopher and putting it on his fiancée Elizabeth. And I want to apologize for that. Looking at it now, I think for the 3 going on 4 years that I've been in this existence, that I have blinded myself to other possibilities, which is not only caring and tending to those who are stuck here because of the things that tie them here, but reminding us that these are the things that the living have that build those ties in the first place. And if we didn't cater to breaking Elizabeth's ties now, what would she have been when she finally passed on? And neither of us were wrong in this situation. We were just seeing 2 different pictures. And I am sorry, but I'm also grateful that somebody was around to open my eyes to things that not even I can see.
Koa, babe, you don't have anything to be sorry about. You were showing me what I needed as much as I was showing you what you needed. Listen, I did the most growing I've ever done in my life when you were over my shoulder. I have spent my whole life trying not to be anything that resembled a real person. And you just wanted to help me stay real. I love you, Koa. I love you so much. And you have been the teacher for all of us through every moment of this journey. You are the one everyone leans on. You're the one everyone looks to. The first words out of any of our mouths is, "What do you see, Koa?" You don't owe me any apology. You have helped me, helped all of us, more than you'll ever know. I have no idea what's waiting for you on the other side. I have no idea what's waiting for me on the step that you took. But I am so grateful to know that you are an example of what's waiting for me. I don't have a lot of connection with the people that came before my family. I had my dad, I had my mom. but it's just good to know where the lineage continues. People can keep going. I know you're going to do this thing. I'm so glad it's you. I hate that it is. I wish you could rest, but I'm so glad it's you.
Well, I hope when I finally decide to settle down and rest, and that maybe you and I will find each other on the other side and enjoy that rest together.
Of course. Of course. You're going to be with me for as long as this goes. Someone has to tend the graves.
Someone is. Well, leave me a cigarette every now and again. Lord knows I'll need it.
I am going to make you like the biggest Marlboro care package that has ever been known to man. I'm just going to get a whole grab bag and you can take them off into the afterlife. And you can have them forever. But you have to make me a promise. You cannot leave without first saying goodbye. I have to see you.
Never.
Okay.
I don't think I don't think that would be fair.
And you have to agree to something that you can't necessarily know what it is yet.
Okay. I like that.
Okay. Bad deal for you, but I'll take it. Cool.
And I think lastly, finding Logan wherever Logan is.
Oh, Logan. I think Logan's probably gone out into the woods just for a little bit of peace. They've been running and going and being different new places, and I think just for a moment, Logan needs to be outside.
Yeah, there's a park in Colorado Springs called Palmer Park, and you take one of the trails up, and you find the overlook, where you see the backdrop of Pikes Peak, America's Mountain, and the city underneath it.
14,110 feet.
Maybe it's early enough in the morning, or maybe it's close to twilight, but it's quiet up there. There's maybe a couple or two hikers, but this quiet moment
early.
with the city. Yeah.
I don't think Logan slept. Not hasn't slept in a way of like doing nothing, but I think Logan just had a busy night and didn't go to sleep.
Yeah, they did.
And got up.
Hey.
Left Colette a note and went out.
Yeah. That's, I believe, that's where you'd probably find Logan.
I'd have figured you would be out here, or at least somewhere near the woods.
Yeah, we've been in a city too much lately. I'm done with concrete for a little bit.
That is fair. Hopefully wherever next is for me, that there'll be a little bit more green than city after city.
Yeah. Bishop. I don't think I still understand any of the nuance, because there's a lot of it. But if you need a tank, they kind of flex.
I definitely will call you if I need a heavier hand than Viv.
Viv's hands are pretty heavy though. So
they are. They're guns.
You probably won't need me. They're literal guns.
Literal guns, yeah. No, but I don't think this is the last place for you and I. I think we'll see. Well, of course, but you have things to do and a life to live as well. So I think that's good for you. I think it'll do you good.
Living a life.
Nah, living a life. I think that's just as important as serving a function here.
Yeah. I'm sure you've heard it before, but I don't think I wanted to do that before. You were the guiding hand.
Oh, you did all the work though.
I don't know. You're always a compass.
Sure, but the moment you realized that the power you needed was right there in front of you and inside of you.
Oh, Jesus. That's such a fucking mentor thing to say.
Don't-
Good God.
Goodness.
The power you needed was inside of you the whole time.
But it's true, right? You were looking for a voice and you found it. You didn't need me for that.
I don't know. I think I'll always need you in some way.
Well, just remember that, when you utilize that voice you have, that wail inside you, the fire that you found for yourself, that, I'm there.
Yeah. At some point, it doesn't have to be right now. Will you teach me how to look forward? I'm good at the now for now, but at some point I'm gonna have to look forward.
I think, sure. I think you're at a point now. I think you're seeding those foundations where if you were to look forward or even behind, I think you'd be able to hold a better perspective. So give it some time to enjoy the present, and please enjoy the present for what it is. But come find me, Go to Batu if you're looking for me and I'm not near. Batu will know where I'm at. And I'll show you. I'll show you what it means to look ahead.
Good. Don't go where we can't follow yet, okay?
Never. I'm too focused on here. I think that's where it is and where I'm supposed to be, here.
Good.
And I'll be back. I'm not just poofing out of existence. Not yet, at least.
Okay.
All right. Well, enjoy your time.
Enjoy your time.
I always do.
Good.
Um,
Logan gets like a little bit like aggressive about it. In a like, I'm feeling vulnerable and like this is how I'm gonna button it up a little bit, but then they kind of butt their head against your shoulder, and not a full hug, but just kind of like lean their head on you.
I think Nicole will kind of wrap their arm around them and like just put a gentle hand on their head. All right, go enjoy your sunrise.
Could enjoy it with me.
I can spare a couple more minutes. That is all.
Beautiful. Really fucking, yeah, that was awesome. Mia, what's your plan? You got royalty. You've got to.
I was gonna say the first thing I'm gonna do really quickly is, after getting like certain things settled, like because this kind of happened fast, I am going to text Layla, be like, hi, where are you? Hi, where are you at? Like location. May I ask me? Hi, where are you?
Yeah. So don't forget, Layla lives in Colorado Springs.
Yes.
So
I didn't know if she was at work or she's like. That's where I was like.
She's at her apartment.
Okay, sweet. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing by. Before I swing by, I will be sure to have. I'm going to do a corny thing. I'm gonna make sure I pick up one tulip.
Okay.
Because I feel like, how like the grocery stores have the little flower things. I'm gonna grab like a tulip, and then a 6-pack, just in case, like of favorite beer.
Okay.
Put the tulip in the beer, and then I'm gonna even get like one of those little balloons that like with the little heart thing, and I'm gonna just make my own like bouquet beer Yes. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to
everybody's taking notes.
Take notes. Take notes. The Riz is real.
This is how you do lesbianism.
I'm going to knock on the door, and however it's going to be like.
Almost immediately, Layla just brings you in and kisses you and holds you tight.
And trust me, I am definitely going to very much respond. Whether if the door's still open, I'm kicking that door with my foot.
Yep.
So.
One
Yes.
thing leads to another. Not a lot of conversation is happening right now.
Yes, I think a Fade to Black would be very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everybody's
finish-
good lead.
Well, I also got to make sure. Be like, you never know. Could piss off somebody. But so I'm gonna be like, afterwards, especially when they're lying there, I would be like, how would you feel about a road trip to actually see the whole see, New Mexico, and we
I
can.
love that. As long as I'm back by next Monday.
I will be sure that happens.
I quit.
What? What?
And I took another job.
Oh! Wait, yay, we're happy about this. Yes. I'm kind of, because, like, you didn't get screwed like I got screwed over, right?
No, I wanted to
you did.
leave.
Okay,
wanted to
good.
leave.
Okay. Because I got some people that will totally fuck with your bosses or whatnot, and they won't be caught on camera. So I'm just saying, okay,
Well, that's
I
who hired me.
What?
I joined Eurydice.
Mia's gonna, like, look for a second. Kind of, like, back down. And then look at the ceiling. And just for a be like, do you know what Eurydice really is? Like, do you do they
I can skim. When Kate took care of me when all this was going down, we had some conversations, and I did it.
How do you feel about that?
Good enough to take a job with him.
Okay.
Look, it's kind of hard to go back to fucking putting cuffs on drug dealers when
No.
you see
Totally.
what's going on.
It's more
Are you
of
okay with
the-
this? couldn't say
I
no,
am
mean-
no. Sorry, it's more of of all people, I know you can handle it. I'm not even dismissing that idea. It's more of once you get a look behind the veil at times, it's one of those that you can't unsee and unlearn. And and I won't lie, it can be genuinely terrifying. So I'm kind of, it's a part of, like, I'm not trying to say, like, you're innocent. I mean, I get that, but it's more of, like, a certain innocent things change. And
I know.
it will, I'm not gonna lie, it will be the kind of scary thing you feared as a kid come back to life. And
Kate, you know Kate.
of course,
She didn't sugarcoat anything.
Oh,
and
okay. Yeah.
knowing what you went through, and knowing what everyone that was with you went through, this shit's important.
You're right. Are you assigned to a team? Just question.
No, not yet.
Oh.
They're still.
We're still.
I mean, my first day's Monday, so.
First, yeah, that's why I'm bringing it back. Okay.
I was hoping Logan would train me.
You know what? If you had asked me a while ago, honestly, Logan's a great person to help. They'll take care of you. So, full time, correct?
Yeah.
Benefits?
Yeah, this isn't. Well, I mean, they're still getting all that worked out.
Yeah.
But...
No. Sorry. It's just. Well. Okay. So, that's good. Needs some time, but I'm. Think of it like freelance, and I won't lie. If you are ever going out on the field, I'm not saying you got to take your girlfriend.
You better fucking be there. That's the only reason I said
Okay,
yes.
thank God. Okay, good. Because here's the thing. Since you, so you know about Skimmer. I can't really, because I'm a sleeper. I don't know how much you know about that. So here's the thing. I'm usually stuck in my fleshy body a lot. So now that I know you're skimming, I am more than happy to make sure I guard your body and nothing ever will happen to it.
You heard what I said, right? They've got pods.
They didn't tell me all of that yet. They were still making it.
They're not up and running yet. They're still getting the power hooked up to the building. Those things take a lot of fucking...
But look, here's the reason why also I don't like to sleep too much is because it's so nice to not feel half the nerve damages that are on my side. I don't want to be comfortable with that to the point where I don't want to get back in the body. So, unless it is, I am saying this to you, and Nakoa knows this a little bit, I feel like if you need, I will do that, absolutely. I would just like to not, because it's one thing to just know, but to know true lack of pain it's too tempting.
What about a trainer? I mean, I kind of have an in with the boss. I can put in a good word for you.
I'm kind of mad I didn't think of that myself. That, you know what? We're going to be back next Monday anyways. I'm sure we can have another... I'm sure I can drop... If you're okay, I can drop you off at work. Maybe have a talk.
You fucking better.
Yes, of course.
You gonna pack my lunch too?
No.
Leave me a
what?
little note?
What are you talking about? We're gonna go out for lunch. I'm not gonna... Like, you don't know. No. Unless I'm in a mood. And you're in a mood. But we'll go out. It's Colorado. There's good food. Make company pay for it. Also, about this road trip, there's going to be a couple, if you don't mind, we were going to, some of the team is going to come along, just so you know.
I want to meet them. Meet them.
Oh, I'm going to definitely introduce you to, especially Logan. I think Logan is also, and I'll be sure to, I'm very glad now that everyone's going, because everyone's going to know what it's like. Not as me as a team member, but as the annoying one that's going to be like, watch out after you. And just so you know, my mother is going to is going to probably ask us to go to church. I know you don't really probably give a shit.
Sake.
I know, but here's the thing. I kind of learned to just...
Is your mom going to like it?
Yeah, my mom's going to love it.
Okay, well then I'll go.
Good. Just do what I do. Just watch The Mummy in your head. And it honestly, it goes by quicker than you realize.
Okay. Rachel Weisz, I can do that.
Oh, trust me, I can definitely do that too.
Yeah, you can, you dirty bitch.
Nasty slut. They're gonna
Hell yeah.
They're gonna just start messing around. And I'm like this. In my head, I'm be like, fuck the new couple. This is the real. This has been the couple. Like I feel like these fucking
absolutely
little children. I will, when I am not busy and occupied, I will definitely text a group chat and be like, hey, this is where if anyone wants to go on a road trip, I will also come back on this day. This is the pickup, this is the drop off time. Be here or I will see you sometime soon.
Just know scheduling shit with this group is a fucking nightmare.
It's a fucking nightmare.
We got 3 ghosts we can't talk to.
Oh, I figured the lesbians that had like blood in their system could let the ghosties know.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll even text that to specifically Logan and be like, get it.
Yeah, for sure. I think Logan's like crawling back into bed after the sunrise with Koa and like lays down next to Colette. Okay, I know you're probably still like mostly asleep. We're doing Eurydice, right? We're doing this? We're doing Eurydice, right?
Yeah, we'll do whatever you want. Just like 2 more hours.
I'm not holding our employment hostage for 2 more hours. I need to talk to Kate, and then I need to call my mom, and you're cute.
Thank you. We'll do whatever you want, Logan.
What do you want?
This. And she goes back to bed.
We've got an Ajax conversation to have before we bring this to a close. But you get a phone call immediately after you send that text, Colette.
Okay. I answer. Hello, Colette Sawyer. Is this art, ghosts? Which one?
This is the person you just texted about my dead fucking partner.
Whoa. Okay. A little aggressive. Good to meet you.
Can you fucking blame me? You just text me out of the blue with all this shit about Viv. I don't know you.
Yeah, that's why I sent the text, is to get to know you.
And you expected me to just respond with a thumbs up?
Listen, we're dancing on the wrong feet, baby. I got information for you, clearly, about our beloved 515. And
Jesus,
it's
you really
true.
do know them.
Everything I sent you in the text is true, and I do know them, and I love them, and they love you, and clearly they would like something from you. And maybe they also mentioned to me that you should work on some phone manners.
I didn't say that. That's not what I said.
Yeah, I'm hearing them right now.
No, I didn't say that.
They're in my head, and they're saying, maybe you're being a little rude.
That's not what I'm saying. Fuck!
Okay, I'm sorry. This is just a fucking lot.
No, listen, I get it. I remember the first time, too. My name's Colette. I'm a friend of Viv's. They are a little indisposed at the moment, but there were some messages sent through to me for me to cross onto you. I am acting as ghost phone, and they lost something that was important to both of you, and they would love to know that you had it again. Do you think you'd be open to that? Yeah.
Yeah, of course I'm fucking open to that. I've already got it rebuilt.
And can they put the fried oysters when they put them on there on Sundays? It's good. They should do that again because they're good.
Sunday, I'm getting. Hold on. Oh there's God. Something coming through the weave.
I hate
I'll
this.
pull that Whoopi Goldberg shit, please.
Logan's standing next to fucking Viv, cackling.
Sunday oysters? Does that mean anything to you?
Oh my God. Yeah. They want me to put fried oysters on the fucking altar.
Yes.
It's gonna stink.
Yeah, but you love Viv, right?
Okay, well don't do that. Just say that it's the price. It's the price. Beauty knows no pain. Tell them beauty knows no pain.
Beauty knows no pain, Ajax.
Okay.
This is the craziest fucking thing I've ever dealt with in my life. Okay. Look,
they were also wondering It's coming through the weave again. They were wondering if maybe they could manifest briefly to see the shrine.
Nope.
Am I on speaker?
Colette!
Nope.
If perhaps you were available in the next 3 days before we take a very long road trip.
What?
It is very important to them keeping their mortal, tangible sheath in this world.
It's not.
Their gauze is slipping at this very moment.
Breathe. You gotta just pretend to breathe. Maybe that'll help you feel better about it. Breathe.
If that's, I don't know how to process that. Look,
Well,
can you, if you're really talking to them, can you come to Denver?
I can come to Denver, and I believe the spirit that resides within my body, Aaker, can come as well. If
Okay.
you were open to that.
Yeah.
And it might help them in this situation if you were to speak very vocally on how much that means to you.
I haven't been able to breathe right since they left.
Where do we meet you?
If you're really channeling the spirit of my dead, they know.
They know. We'll see you there. Thank you, Ajax.
They hang up.
Damn it. Hey,
Are you a
Viv.
theater kid? You seem like you were a theater kid.
Of course. Of course.
In what world?
I was in a really inappropriate high school production of Cabaret.
Of course you were. That's where it all started.
Denver
Remember the
first.
pretend breathing?
Denver
Yeah,
first.
there you go.
Denver first.
Listen, you're going to want to get all of this energy out now. Because you don't want this when you see Ajax, right? So you can't even really afford to be upset that I did that.
I can. But okay.
I'm gonna skim. Viv, do you want to fight about it? Would that make you feel better? Do you want to, like, spar?
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, right now.
So I think that Colette, like, organizes a little 3 of us trip down to Denver to meet up with Ajax.
Okay. Lavinia, does Lavinia stick around, or does Lavinia bounce?
No, I think there's much more important work to do than just hang out with all of them, as much as I do love them. I think Lavinia is mostly working, staying in contact, but working on this this project until there's some tangible results. There's the mention of Kansas, probably heading there.
All right. Kate is able to dredge up and recruit a couple more Hughes, so you've got a team of about 5. Not including you, so 6 total. And you arrive in the farmlands of Kansas. And I mean, it's impossible to not see it. It is what literally looks like the side of a skyscraper from New York City in the middle of this field. And it's very much like that rock you and the Crucible found before everything went to hell. And there's just, you don't see anything around, but you know that beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is the place. It's cold, a sensation you don't remember feeling since you've been dead. And there's almost a shimmer to the air, like heat radiating off the blacktop in the summer. And it's hard to focus on any given site, but I'm assuming you approach.
I approach in that I want to pinpoint where my team would theoretically go through, throwing rocks or things like that, trying to see if they disappear.
Yeah, you find it, and it's not like what you would expect. It's not like a tear or like a portal where you can see through the other side. It's simply just where the air and the space is thin. And you reach out a hand and you begin to push. And you feel it give. And your hand goes through the other side.
I mean, I point my team at it and we start researching it, but the first thing I do after that moment is call everyone up and say I found it, and if you want to see me off, meet me in Kansas.
Oh, shit. I'm packing up a car.
I'm already... I'm assuming if I wasn't already back by then from that little road trip vacation, I am already probably with Majesty heading probably toward you.
Yeah. First, let's address who's joining Eurydice. What answers do we give Kate? Viv?
Viv is in. Well, after going on tour with Koa, Viv is in.
So, all right. So you and Koa are going to venture off onto your own exodus, your own pursuit, your own investigation. Love it. Colette, you're offered your choice of support positions: recruiter, trainer, HR.
I instead asked Kate for a special consideration in a meeting. I imagine I'm sitting across from her, legs over the armrest of her executive guest chair, and I'm just sort of bobbing back and forth. And I go, okay, so I want to float this by you. I understand that you've got one private investor, right? And money is tight, and you don't really have a lot going on in that department, and things are rebuilding, and obviously your public-facing image is not very great because the last time you had one, you were thought of as this black site controlling the ghost world from beyond, and then it blew up, quite literally, and you became the largest domestic terrorism event in United States history, right? So obviously you're kind of on your back foot, babe.
Little bit.
This is where you nod and you say yes. Yes,
yes.
Colette, I am. I'm so
Yes.
on my back foot.
Get to the
I
fucking
am
point.
something of independently wealthy, to a point that I may consider investing in small startup tech companies that are pushing the boundaries of where we go into the future. But there would, of course, have to be some considerations for my involvement on the board of Eurydice. So I'd love to have a conversation here, Kate, on where I would fit in the corporate scheme of this environment. But I figure I've got all this money I'm not going to use. I'm going to make a shit load more of it when I sell this next piece that I've figured out. And you need some branding that actually sells you to anyone under the age of 60. And I'm just kind of bored working for you. What do you think?
You won't be my boss.
No, I'd be your chairman, which is much different.
Batu's the chairperson.
I would be another chairperson. I would have a dividend of this company in my name,
Fine.
with which I could
Fine.
do anything I want.
No.
I could do almost anything I want.
No.
I can do some of what I want because I have
Yes.
money.
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, I want to run marketing. I'm running our branding. I can assist with training. I will assist with overheading the investigation of Pigment, but Joey is going to be in charge. I will not take the chairman position unless he's enacted into Eurydice. And we can call it there. You can say I'm a member, but more so I'm the girl on the front poster.
Well, we'll pitch Hall. If he decides to stay with the DEA, we will discuss.
Lose me.
We will discuss contract options. But yes.
Beautiful. That's all I want, Kate. You can put me down.
Thank you, Colette.
No problem. Hey, keep those numbers up.
And the same offer is made to you, Logan.
Think we just like high five tag out of the office and switch.
Yeah.
And Colette will point to Logan as Logan is coming in. I like the cut of this one's jib. You keep this one around. Give him a promotion.
Colette, fucking leave.
Thank you so
please,
much,
for the love of
Chairwoman.
We gotta get you a uniform or something. You're great.
Ooh.
And I'm out.
Logan,
Hi.
hello.
Yes, this is a professional, serious meeting. I'm very sorry for my...
It's not. I just need to know if you're on board, and if so, in what capacity, because I cannot afford to lose you, and I need your experience on this team one way or another. You name the position, it's yours.
Man, no one's ever said most of those words to me. That's pretty cool.
I don't, and honestly, I would be saying the same thing even if I had my pick of employees and Orpheus wasn't a smoldering fucking ruin. So
that is really nice, actually.
You can thank me by giving me an answer.
Yeah, I'm in. I joined Orpheus to have a purpose, and now helping build Rites is building on that purpose.
What would you like to do? Field? Training? Recruitment? HR? I don't have any more room on the board because... Jesus.
Oh, you got a new chairwoman, I hear.
Logan, please.
Are you regretting it yet?
Yes.
Oh,
I regretted
good.
it the second I said yes.
Good. I can help with training. I don't know, I think I have a perspective that not a lot of people necessarily will.
Good. I've got your first trainee.
Great.
Layla Sorensen.
Send them my way. No shit!
Yes.
Whoa, Majesty's a skimmer?
Majesty.
Oh.
I don't want to fucking know.
No, you really don't.
Layla, yes, is a skimmer.
Shit.
Haunter.
Haunter. Okay. That's what Abner was, wasn't he?
Yes.
Okay, I can work with that. I don't know a lot, but I can work with that.
Okay.
I can do field too. I don't want to always be in the field. And I'm not going through the rift is a no-go for me.
Okay.
But if there's...
Look, we don't exactly have
protect
clear
people.
delineation between departments. You will be briefed on every operation we have.
Great. Oh, cool. Great. Awesome. Then that's it. Yeah, for sure.
Glad to have you.
Thank you. And I'm glad to be here and have a purpose still. That's cool.
So am I. And Mia. What's the answer?
I have a few requests because part-time training. Give me the boring stuff. I don't mind. Still keeping active. However, these are the caveats. Whenever Layla is sent out onto the field, I would like to be requested to be on said team. Also, I would like to... where she goes, I go.
I can't afford to say no, so okay.
Ideally, I would like to try to, obviously, if you need me to go to sleep, I will do that. But I would like to always make that usually a later resort. Is that going to be a problem with anybody I need to be aware of? So I don't...
No.
Okay. Then you know what? I think this is great. Mom's not gonna be happy, but you know what? And pay. I it's hard out in these streets these days. So
We're working on it.
That's awesome. Perfect. Okay. Yes.
And I don't want to gloss over the Ajax-Viv reunion before we go to Kansas. Viv, how do you envision it goes?
I think honestly, it can be sort of a just wide shot of how that is.
Yeah, give us a montage.
There's a lot of like nervous shifting into different things. I think that Colette is in the apartment and like introduces the idea in their own special way. And then there is a moment where it's just the two of them in their apartment together, mostly silent, but fully manifested. And like the first 20% of that is just, oh my God. Like there's crying, there's like, what the fuck happened to you? They're mad. And then the next 2 hours are just Kiki and like cuddling on the couch, cozy. And I think something like the reason why they were staying there for so long was that they didn't have anywhere else to go, but this feels a little bit more secure. Like one thing finally clicked into place for Viv.
I'll do you one better. It probably feels like home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Ajax is beside themselves seeing you and reuniting with you and making you promise to come back, because now that they know that this is a thing that can be done.
Viv can do that.
Crucible 12, what remains of it after all this time, reunites in a Kansas cornfield. That wasn't me. And Koa, I'm assuming you're with them, or...
Yeah, I'll come back for this.
Crucible 12 is there. And at the site of this giant fucking half of a skyscraper in this giant fucking field. Then there's Lavinia.
I would admit I was lying if I didn't bring you all here also to cover my ass in case a bunch of crazy shit starts happening.
Understandable.
That makes
Gotcha.
sense. Yeah.
You'll see a gun getting cocked right now. Understandable.
Yeah. Logan's like, I need to go leave my body in the car. Hold on.
I do think kind of one at a time, Lavinia will finally take the time to like step up to somebody, smile, give them a hug, say their goodbyes. And go ahead.
Vin, I don't think you can leave yet.
Why?
Because you agreed a long time ago to help me work on my next piece. And then we ended up fucking instead.
Whoa. All right.
And so you actually owe me something. I need to finish my piece.
You tell me that now as I'm standing in front of a rift to the other side of the world?
It makes sense, I promise. You're gonna have to sit for a little longer than you think, but it's gonna be worth it. When the Spanish sent their explorers out into the New World, they all got memento mori portraits of themselves. Because the whole belief of Spain at the time was that those people wouldn't come back. They were going to be lost. They were going to be dead. But the truth is that when those people left, they didn't really have any idea of what those people were going to find. And I'm about to watch you leave. And I don't know if I'm ready for that, but we need to take your portrait.
All right. Just make sure to include the background, the whole shimmering alternate reality too.
We'll get the whole thing. Of all of you, if you want.
Might as well, yeah. Include everyone here.
Logan will actually. I'm sorry, Logan, like I'm Logan. Mia will probably okay, honestly sit on the ground of the grass because it's right by there. But also, if possible, kind of have her weapon. If whoever's she wants to be on the side that's closest to the shimmer. So if anything does mysteriously want to pop out, she's the first to go pew pew. So she'll be sitting on the ground, but you can tell her weapon is kind of
Yes.
cocked.
Yeah. There's a junior usher board rotation where the front is very cute and the back is just a full rifle arm. It's cheated away from Colette.
I think Colette goes through the motions of sketching each one of them individually so that they receive their own portraits. She takes the most care with Lavinia, worried that at any moment she's going to run through the other side. But her next line of pieces will be these explorers' portraits of Crucible 12 and of those that are going through the rift next. And she takes special care to include the birth and death dates of the spirits.
I think that once all of this is done, unless you need to keep your copy, Lavinia will take hers and hang on to it. And she knows that there's kind of a somewhat of a somber tone, and so she wants to change that, and her team is ready to go. Everyone's ready to go. And so she says, Mia, a final riddle. I don't want you to hurry. Take your time on this.
Okay.
I have a feeling that maybe in a couple weeks, maybe months, or even years, you might realize what it is, and that's okay, because it'll remind you of me. Silver and gold are in my family. I'm the little one, even so shiny. If I'm shortened, I'll hope you won't forget me. And Lavinia will start taking a step back, turn around, and before Mia can even begin bothering to think of what that is, Lavinia will start stepping through with her team, leading the way.
And it's like they're there 1 second, and you don't know quite what to expect. Watching Lavinia walk through, is there going to be a flash? Is there going to be a rumble? Is there going to be a lot of noise, a lot of light? And there's none of that. It's a whimper, not a bang. Just 1 minute Lavinia's there, and the next, gone. And the Hughes follow after her. And over the next few days, Nakoa, Viv, you set off on your own journey. Caleb and Logan, Colette and Logan.
I'm in here.
You start doing your thing, helping Kate rebuild in whatever way you can and have the capacity for. And Mia, you pack up that Airstream with whoever will go with you. Oh yes, Lavinia.
Just one day in the future, Mia is just having random ass conversation with somebody. And for some reason, the conversation goes to silver, metals.
Yeah.
And you're reminded that copper is a member of silver and gold's family. And the short for copper, the symbols for copper, are CU. CU.
Nerd.
So hold on, just so you know, because of metal. It's copper! It's fucking copper! Fucking copper! It's copper! Right in this person's face.
It's during training. They are disarming a bomb, and it's the worst time.
Oh, right.
And when that moment happens, it's kind of that moment of that, they're kind of going to be quiet in a moment, not in embarrassment, but they're secretly thinking, they're like, I hope you heard that.
And as cries of copper ring out through the streets of Colorado Springs, And with your past as Crucible 12 behind you and your respective futures ahead of you, we bring this chronicle to a close. And I just want to say thank you all. Man, I didn't think I was going to get emotional.
Yeah.
This has been awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you all for bringing these characters to life, for going on this crazy ride with me. This is the first thing I think we streamed as Mayday.
Get out.
So,
You at the helm,
Yeah.
thank you all for bringing these amazing characters to life. Thank you all for playing and for telling this incredible story with me. Thank you all out there for those who watched and viewed with us. Can't thank you enough. This has been great. Love you all.
Yeah, it's been such a fun campaign, one that we didn't see coming, and it was just so fun to be able to bring it to a close.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm glad we were able to. I'm glad we were able to bring this to a suitable conclusion.
I think it's the first campaign we've ever officially ended on the Mayday channel.
Yes.
Oh shit, yeah.
This is.
Yeah.
So.
And with that, yes, there was more stories to be told in the Orpheus universe, but we've got bigger and better things coming that I think you all should be really excited for, and I know we are. So as we wrap this and bring this to a close, we're gonna go ahead and show you a little sneak peek of that. But in the meantime, you all take care, and we will be back sooner than you realize. So thank you all so much. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon.
Love
Bye,
you all.
guys.
Bye.